from a poem that the lady writes haikus and then has a concert series where you have to take one of her haikus and make a song about it.
Like on the spot?
No, she gives you like a month. But then when the concert happens, she sets it up and it's a real nice thing, and you're not allowed to explain your song. She just goes up and reads the haiku, and then you go up and sing the song.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So I didn't get to tell them that every verse that I wrote, so every little burst of words in this song is a haiku.
Wow.
And then so the one I wrote it off of was, I may be one of many, but I want to be your one and only. I think that makes sense. There's some. Happy grapes sitting in a bunch. Pulled on my boots and packed up my lunch. I may be one of many. I wanna be your one and only. Working third shift, looking at the stars. Thoughts in my head, all the weight in my heart. I sure do love you plenty. I wanna be your one and only. I sure do love you plenty. I wanna be your one and only. I wanna be your one and only. Try to play light like this. Drop the water in a big old cup. Bringing you daisies in a big old bunch. You are my lucky penny. I wanna be your one and only. You are my lucky penny. I wanna be your one and only. That's impressive, man. Oh, thanks for
haikus. I mean,
that's sweet. Oh, with the haiku part, yeah. Yeah, right? And I didn't get to tell him. Thanks. But with a song like that, I didn't expect I'd like it so much. So I'm kind of stoked that I like that, and I think I'm gonna record it too.
Dude,
but
yeah.
That little drifty thing in the chorus, that I want to try to harness that. So that's, I don't know. It's one. I'm doing everything I could possibly do besides take vocal lessons. I think that. Did you ever take vocal lessons?
Yes.
You did.
Yeah, right around the time we were cutting some records, we would see a vocal coach.
Really good idea.
Yeah, it helps for sure. Definitely just playing live a lot, you know, it helps your stamina, keep things going. Because I've never really been taught how to sing or how to play either. So I was doing it my own way, and then before too long, you realize you're doing it wrong. Or apparently. But that's it. Everyone's got their own thing, that makes them.
Yeah.
So.
But you want to go for longevity, so I guess it's better
Right.
to learn what you're doing.
Right.
I was singing the wrong way for a long time. I think I gave myself a hernia. So I have an umbilical hernia. Yeah. So I went to the doctor to get an X-ray about it, because you push it and it like goes back in and then it bubbles out. But it's not big or anything. It's small. But I wanted to get. I'm talking about medical process. I think I'm just stressed out about it, and I was singing because it's right on top of my diaphragm.
Oh,
then,
yeah.
Yeah, so.
Does it hurt when you sing?
No, but I'm scared about popping it or doing something. Because you pop it, you die, right? That's it. It's like your intestine or something.
True?
Yeah. Because, I was playing a gig one time, and I brought it up nonchalantly like this, I think. And the lady behind the bar was like, "Oh, yeah, Jeff had one of those or such and such, and he's not with us anymore." So, no. So she said his was a lot bigger, and it just like, one day it just started hurting, and then everything went south. But, so that was the one story when she told me that, it made me all worried about it. But, so I was thinking about talking to a vocal coach. So you tied it all together. And learning if I'm singing the right way or not, or if I'm screwing it up. Because, I was wondering about stamina and how you play so many shows in a row and don't throw your voice out.
I feel like I get sick on every tour, no matter what.
Yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. By the end of it, yeah.
It's very hard to avoid that.
Yeah. Just all the folks and singing every night, drinking, all the stuff.
Alright, what do you think about playing for us now?
Here's a tune, it's called Old Ford. And this is a song I wrote kind of about losing a good friend. And we were good high school friends, and we were in a couple bands together until I kind of went on a different path and started doing my own thing and kind of invested in myself a little bit. And he didn't take too pleasantly to that. And so we've not really been connected since.
Really?
Yeah.
There's somebody that, shared that dream with you, kind of, or shared the love?
Yeah. I think he got kind of was upset that I just went on my own way. But I kind of wrote this song in his perspective a little bit in a way. It's called Old Ford. Well, I know where your heart is. Mine has always been with you. With you, it's been the hardest. A harvest without a doubt, a drought too. I heard a promise back in August when you said we'd be found. You left me dead in the ground. You skipped town, I bet you're reading your words now. But through all this and all the hard hits, my heart it gets still. I thought that we had time to kill. It was a heartbreak, it's heartache I feel. But I forgive you, my friend, as you begin to hold your own. We'll say hello to a long time. I'll say goodbye, 'cause life it ain't long enough. If I could take the days gone by, I'd hold on before long they turn to dust. Last day in a landslide, ride or die, but the road's never long enough. Take a look at a long time, you know it's full of goodbyes. I hope that I learn to adjust. If I could return, I'd be the first just to learn it all the same. There ain't a thing I want more than that old Ford going toward that reservoir. We had no fear. For years we built our names, and what was understood, it was a brotherhood, or at least it felt that way. But through all this and all the hard hits, my heart it gets still. And don't think that you can hold on. By the time it's come, it's already gone. Say hello to a long time. I say goodbye, 'cause life it ain't long enough. If I could take the days gone by, I'd hold on, but before long they turn to dust. Last day in the landslide, ride or die, but the road's never long enough. Take a look at a long time, it's full of goodbyes. I hope that I learn to adjust. Get a good grip on the meantime, before you find it's all that there ever was.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, it's nice to be able to end a situation with insight like that. So you still haven't spoken to him?
No, not really, man.
Really?
No.
Song's good enough. Yeah.
Thanks,
That's
man.
good.
Thank you.
End it with that. Yeah. That's a bummer, man. But
Yeah, it's all
yeah, trying to understand where people's heads are at. You know, there's a song that I've been covering for a long, long time now. My buddy told me about it. So you told me recently that you do cover songs, and I was totally could not picture you covering a song for some reason. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. It is a little bit.
And I'm not pulling your leg or anything, but it seemed like the most, everything I've ever seen from you has been genuine. I originally met Austin and his band when they were playing a concert. It was some kind of the Dwight, Illinois Spring Festival.
Oh.
And it was
Like spring days or whatever.
And they had a festival, and I was finishing playing, and his band was setting up backstage, and we both had dreadlocks. And I thought that was fantastic, and I thought that meant that we were already close friends. Yeah. And
Oh, man.
I saw them play, and then they used to come around and come see me anytime they could too, and that was made me feel real good, because you guys are very genuine players.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. It means a lot. But when you learn a song, or you learn somebody else's song, how do you learn the words?
Usually by listening, unless it's a song I just heard and I'm like, oh, I want to learn this song.
You
right
memorize
away.
the words first, like memorize it by
Usually,
listening to it over and over.
yeah. Or otherwise, I do really well with like visual learning, and so I'm like reading the words and the chords at the same time, and it's just kind of like.
Yeah.
How about you?
I gotta write them down. If I really want to play a song, I gotta write it down. And
You gotta write all the lyrics out.
yeah, and I was talking to Austin a little bit earlier, and he was saying you said earlier you never write anything down, right? And you don't have any little notebooks, or hardly ever. But
Yeah.
so for me, I have to sit down and I get a notebook out and write down. I listen to the song, and I actively write down the words as I'm listening to it.
Nice.
But I have to memorize it. I gotta go back and I get the chord or whatever. I look at the words and I sing the first two lines, and then I try to add the third line, and then so whatever I can remember, and then I learn the next one and add all four together.
Okay.
And so that's how so when I learned this song, that was how I remember sitting outside of my friend Juice Digit's house and sitting on this porch and learning this like that. And so, long story longer, everybody it was bugging me to record this song, and I reached out to the guy that wrote it a long time ago, and he's never ever gotten back to me. His name's Griffin House, and you ever heard of him?
No.
He plays all around. Like he's a bigger dude too. But I don't know how they. So how people advertise anything, because apparently he sells out like everything, but nobody knows who he is, right? And he's like this general area, but I played this song once. I think I do a good version of it. I hate introducing it like this. No, because I did it the other night and I felt real bad. It's a horrible introduction. Long story longer. This morning I got an email that the guy that's going to record my next album reached out to the guy and he said we can do it.
Heck yeah, buddy.
So officially I'm going to record this song. Grandfather fought in World War II. My uncle fought in Nam. My father was too young. He went to school and met my mom. He used to tell us these war stories dinner time. Oh, there's one he spoke, sticks out in my mind. He said, 10 years after Daddy talked about the birds and bees, he was stranded in Pearl Harbor, fighting off those Japanese. Kamikaze pilots came, dove in without warning. He was on the Arizona on that one December morning. I remember when I was a younger man, we were soldiers fighting in a foreign land. Now I'm older and it's happening again. It was hard to forgive the things they did that day. Truman decided he wanted to make their people pay. We dropped on Nagasaki, yeah, we cut them down the side. The ones we left on Hiroshima just vaporized. And I heard this Christian boy say, what would Jesus do? Man, if you were on the wrong side, would they point their gun at you? I read through every word, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John, just to see if killing is the side that Christ is on. I remember when I was a younger man, we were soldiers fighting in a foreign land. Now I'm older and it's happening again. Lord. Separate church and state, keep God out of school. Yeah, so the government can educate based upon their rule. When people start to wonder, do our politics make sense? Religion is our best excuse for national defense. People out in the streets say war is not okay, but the government keeps telling us God loves the USA. Yeah, they teach us our history to learn from our mistakes. While this generation's dying to know how many years it's gonna take till we can love our friends and neighbors all across the land. If we don't change our hearts, we repeat the past again. Grandfather finished talking, he went walking, he and I kept thinking about the future, how scared I am to die. Thinking about my friend, he's still overseas where it's dry. Fighting for our country, he would love a reason why. 'Cause I remember when I was a younger man, we were soldiers fighting in a foreign land. Now I'm older and it's happening again. Lord, look it, we're all older. Well, God bring them home again.
That's good.
Thanks, man. I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna tell that story at the beginning, because every time I try to start telling it, I'm like, oh God, I don't want to
It's
listen.
longer and longer, right?
Oh, it's a pain in the ass. Hey, y'all having a good time? Let me hear you say yeah.
Yeah.
Is it feeling pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
So Jive in the Round is a fantastic new talk show, and it's just gonna take the world by storm. And it's really nice that you guys got to be here for the first one. I want Austin to play one more song, and then we're just gonna take a little quick break. I don't know. Do y'all smoke pot? We smoke pot, and
You still have that T-shirt for sale? It says,
oh yeah.
what's it say again?
I got a T-shirt that says, "I smoke pot and I listen to Pete Jive." And
You made a T-shirt, or you got a
so
T-shirt?
well, so the funny part about that was, a kid that I used to babysit when he was a little tiny baby. He grew up, and I started teaching him guitar. God, now it makes you think about how fast time goes. So then I started teaching him guitar, and then he stopped that, but then he went to college in Chicago, and he started doing art and getting a lot of traction with a whole bunch of people on the internet. He really understands the internet a lot more than I do, you know, and how to work it. And so he had a whole bunch of fans and all this, and I was like, fuck, I know that guy. I was like, that's Cameron. And I was like, I'm gonna ask him if he'll do some art for me. And so I asked him, hey, could you maybe do just a little something for me? He goes, yeah, sure. And he sends me back this, I'll show you the T-shirt. It's like scribbled. It looks like you have to kind of look at it twice to read it, you know? It just looks like chicken scratch. And it just says, I smoke pot and I listen to Pete Jive. and so yeah, he's like this, he's got all this traction as an artist and everything, and he sent me that back, and I was like, thanks. You know, and it's like, so I just forgot about it, and was like, well, I'm not gonna use that. It just looks like chicken scratch. And I showed it to a couple people, and they were like, that's cool. Are you putting that on a shirt?
Yeah.
I was like, what? And then I showed it to a few more people, and everybody said the same thing. And I think it's when you realize you're getting a little older and you don't understand what's cool. I don't think I know what's cool anymore, Austin.
I thought it was cool too.
Yeah, well, you're with the kids. I hear your music.
All right, so
Oh, and you got kids. You're with all of them.
with the kids, man.
Well, yeah. Play us one more before we go
Yeah.
take a tiny break.
This is a newer one. It's called American Spirit.
Ooh.
That American spirit, I know you can feel it, that American spirit. I'm driving 55 in a 45, feels like 40 to life, the way we're passing time. But I'm not behind bars, I'm out here crashing cars. This life's a crash course where half of us have to divorce. There's not no greater force throwing us in 4x4s. You know we love to train, our love is rough terrain. I'm under a rain cloud, it's not getting lighter. Somebody stole my lighter, light up that American spirit. It's so American, it's in the air again. I know you can feel it. Can you feel it? That American spirit. Explosions in the sky and woven for you and I. We're like an oxymoron filled with ibuprofen and oxytocin. I'm over it. Contrast like stars and stripes under the sky, just like American spirit. It's so American, it's in the air again. Well, I know you can feel it. Can you feel it? That American spirit, ah, yeah. Light me up, light me up. That American spirit, light me up. Light me up, that American. I'm driving 55 in a 45. It's the 4th of July, I should be sober driving. When I'm over that line, and I'm over my limit, I'm really out here living out of that American spirit.
so much, folks. Appreciate you.
Well, we will jive back in the round in just about 5 minutes here. Gonna take a pause for the cause. Let me hear you say yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all are so sweet. Thanks for being a part of this.